Alright, so the other day, I visited my local thrift store with my mom and found something really, really cool. The 2004 Nerf Maverick. Now, some of you might be looking at this and say, hey, that Maverick looks weird. That's not what the Maverick looks like. Well, that may be because you're thinking of this Maverick. This is the Maverick everyone knows and loves, the 2005 N-Strike version. But what a lot of people like to forget is that this is actually the original N-Strike version. Now, Nerf N-Strike, the N-Strike series released in 2003, and this was the color scheme they went with, blue and yellow. But then the next year, just 2 years later, they went with yellow and orange. Now, I love the Maverick. This is actually, I think, the first Nerf gun I ever bought. I didn't actually buy it. My dad bought it in like 2010. And he used to sit on the couch, and I could like barely walk. I would run by the couch, and he would try and shoot me whenever I ran by. I found it fun. I used to shoot this up at the ceiling, hope it would like hit the fan and bounce back and hit me. This is the father of all Nerf guns. If you don't have one of these two in your Nerf collection, then you're not a Nerf collector. And have every kid, back in the 2010s, before Elite, this was like the only gun you had. You probably had like 6 of these and maybe 1 or 2 Nerf Recons. But to be honest, there was no real reason to buy a Recon other than you thought it looked cool, because there was only the 6-round magazine back then. Okay, well, there was the 35-round drum, which only came with the Raider, which was crazy expensive, and other than that, there was the 18-round stick mag that came with the Stampede, but we all know how expensive that was back then. And anyone who had the Stampede, it was always their dad who used it. So you'd come out with your 2 of these, and then your dad would walk out with a Stampede. But personally, this was what my dad always used whenever we'd play. He would use this and, just pick up darts off the field. That's why my dad honestly really likes the, my dad really loves the, what's it called again? I can't remember. I did a video on it. It's the, whatever released before the Strife. What was its name? I literally can't remember. It had the 10-round drum. My dad likes that gun rather than the Strife because he doesn't like, magazines. He prefers to pick up darts off the ground and reuse them. But this is one of my favorite guns that I have. It is one of the greatest Nerf guns of all time. Probably the greatest Nerf gun of all time. Lots of people like to say the Jolt, but I would say this is the absolute greatest Nerf gun of all time. And probably the most important.